Hi viewers, this is Ams Mahadri, lecturer in statistics. Today, now in this video, we have to explain simple random sampling, notations and terminology. To discuss this concept, and I'm explaining one or two theorems proofs also. Okay, right. First of all, discuss notation terminology of simple random sampling. This is very important. ఇక్కడ మనకి నొటేషన్స్ టెర్మినాలజీ చాలా క్లారిటీగా తెలిస్తే చాప్టర్ చాలా ఈజీగా అర్థమైపోతుంది సింపుల్ అండ్ శాంప్లింగ్ అనేది. అందువల్ల ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ ది చాప్టర్ ఏంటంటే నొటేషన్ టెర్మినాలజీ చెప్తున్నాయి. కొంచెం ఫార్ములాస్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చి నొటేషన్స్ కానీ ఫార్ములాస్ కానీ మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోగలిగితే ఈ చాప్టర్లో వచ్చే థియరమ్స్ అనేవి కూడా చాలా సింపుల్గా సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు, వెరీ ఈజీగా సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు, రైట్. సో అవి ఏంటో ఒక వన్ బై వన్ చూద్దాం. అసలు నొటేషన్స్. సో we'll discuss first of all if y1 capital y1 comma capital y2 comma and so on yi and so on yn, right? Capital y1 y2 so on yn with the capital N population units, right? With the capital N population units, with the capital N population units, then such that I'm taking population information first of all. So y1 y2 and so on yn with the capital N population units. This could take any type of population, right? So then that first formula is population mean of the data is first write the formula population mean. This is the one of the first important formula denoted by capital Y n bar. Is it very clear? Population mean denoted by capital Y n bar. What is the mean formula? What is the mean? Adding of all the observations divided by total number of observations. This is called mean. So adding of all the observations y1 plus y2 plus and so on plus yn indicated by summation symbol. So summation I running from 1 to capital N yi, right? Divided by number of observations sizes capital N. That is the formula. What is the population mean formula? Capital Y n bar is equal to 1 by n summation running from 1 to n by i. Next one is next to information of the population is population mean square. Second formula is population mean square, right? So population mean square formula is capital S square denoted by capital S square. What is the formula? Very simple, 1 by capital N minus 1 summation I running from 1 to capital N y I minus y capital N bar whole square, right? This is the population mean square formula. Okay, this can be also written as so on simplification, that means ya minus yn bar whole square, that means a minus b whole square expansion, and apply the summation and simplification. The final formula is 1 by n minus 1 and minus 1 summation I running from 1 to n yi square minus n yn bar square. Okay, simplification. The formula, the above formula can be written as also written as this type of case. Okay, 1 by n minus 1 summation running from 1 to n y a square minus n by n bar square. This population mean square formula. And another formula of population, the most important, that is called population variance. What is that? Population variance. Formula is population variance denoted by sigma square. Okay, population mean square denoted by S square and population variance denoted by sigma square. This notation is very important. So what is the formula? 1 by capital N. Okay, summation I running from 1 to n. So yi minus yn bar whole square. Okay, this is the three formulas in the population content. So population mean square and population variance. Okay, don't forget three formulas. This is the population information. And the next formula is next one, that we take a sample to the population, right? So let small y1 comma small y2 comma and so on small yi and so on small yn, right? Small y1 y2 and so on yn with the with the with the the sample of size with the sample of size small n with a sample of size small n taken from the taken from the above population, like that. Taken above population or simply population. Okay, population తీసుకుంటే వచ్చే వాల్యూస్ కదా మనకి. సో శాంపుల్ తీసుకున్నాం. సో పాపులేషన్ నుంచి మనం శాంపుల్ తీసుకున్నాం. Let y1 returns on yn with the sample of size small and taken from the above population, right? So now question, come on, then what is the formulas? First of all, discuss the first formula is sample mean is important. Sample mean formula. Same as the small yn bar is equal to, what is the formula? 1 by small n summation I running from 1 to n yi. This is the sample mean formula. Okay, why small yn bar is equal to 1 by small n summation I running from 1 to n yi. Okay, so now I am discuss the another point. The sample mean can also be written as, okay, so this is important point. The sample mean sample mean can also be written as sample mean can also be written as, and that is called alternative formula for sample mean. For yn bar, small yn bar is equal to, small yn bar is equal to, what is the formula? 1 by small n summation I running from 1 to capital N small a into capital yi. Okay, this is the formula. To observe the problem, the formula చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే చాలా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది ఫార్ములా. What is that? 1 by small n summation I running from 1 to capital N a into yi. Here I observe that here ai and yi is two variables. Generally you can take that yi is one variable and this is another variable. Generally you can take that. But in this case, a is the only variable, y is not a variable. Because where a can take two values, where ai is equal to, observe that a is two values 1 and 0. ఈ 1 ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది, 0 ఎప్పుడు తీసుకుంటుంది అంటే ith unit, 1 is ith unit is included in this sample. Ith unit is included. Ith unit is included in this sample. శాంపుల్లో మనకి ith యూనిట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ అయి ఉంటే వాల్యూ ఏ వాల్యూ మనం తీసుకుంటాం. ith యూనిట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ ఇన్ ది శాంపుల్, దట్ ఈస్ ఆ ప్లేస్లో మనం 0 తీసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. ith యూనిట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ ఇన్ ది శాంపుల్, నాట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ ఇన్ ది ith unit is included in the sample, you can take a is equal to 1. Ith unit not included in the sample, you can take a is equal to 0. Okay, so a values మనకి చేంజ్ అవుతున్నాయి, two values. So a in this case a is variable and y is constant value. So a can take two values 1 and 0. This is the one of the formula. Next formula, sample mean square. Right, next formula is sample mean square. Sample mean square, that is denoted by small s square, is equal to, what is the formula? It's very simple, 1 by n minus 1. The mass is population mean square formula. 1 by small n, అక్కడ క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్స్ రాస్తాం, ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ లెటర్స్ రాస్తాం, అది తేడా. సో స్మాల్ yi minus small yn bar whole square. This formula also can be written as is equal to 1 by n minus 1. What is that? Summation I running from 1 to n yi square. It's very simple. 1 to n yi square here minus n yn bar square. Okay, this is the formula. This is called sample mean square formula, S square formula. This is the notations of simple random sampling concept, right? What is that? The first population mean, then population mean square, and population variance. These the formulas are in population related formulas. And the sample mean, one of the formula, and also second formula sample and sample mean square is one of the formula. So the sample related formulas. Okay, this is the notations and terminology of the simple random sampling, right? Next, we have discussed one of the theorems in simple random sampling chapter. So, theorems. Okay, I'm going to discuss one theorem. Theorem one. So, theorem one. The first theorem is in simple random sampling without replacement. Very simple. Simple random sampling without replacement. Come on. The sample mean. The sample mean is an unbiased. The sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. Sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. So that in simple random sampling without replacement, the sample mean is an unbiased estimator of population mean. Okay, so this is the one of the statement of the theorem. We have to prove that we can take a simple random sampling without replacement. So SRSWR లో టెక్నిక్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు శాంపుల్ మీన్ పాపులేషన్ మీన్కి అన్బయాస్ ఎస్టిమేటర్ అవుతుంది ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, ఇంకా సింపుల్ మాట్లాడంటే దట్ ఈజ్ expectation of small yn bar is equal to capital N. This is the condition of unbiasedness condition. Expectation of statistic is same as parameter is called unbiasedness. So small yn bar sample mean is a statistic. Expectation of small yn bar is equal to capital N bar is parameter. So expectation of small yn bar is equal to capital N bar. Now how to prove that the theorem? Expectation of small yn bar is equal to capital N bar. This is the one of the theorem, and I'm explaining the proof of this theorem. Very simple. What is that? First you have to write basic information of the theorem. అంటే ఈ థియరంలో ఏ ఫార్ములాస్ ఏదో వస్తున్నాయో అవన్నీ మనం ఫస్ట్ రాసుకుంటే మనం థియరం చేసేటప్పుడు చాలా ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది మనకి. అందువల్ల ఫస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు కూడా బేసిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కంపల్సరీ రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఏ థియరం తీసుకున్నా సరే. సో నౌ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ ద బేసిక్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్. ఇఫ్ capital y1 comma y2 comma and so on yn with the capital N population units, right? With the n population units, right? So now then such that the first formula is population mean, right? First formula is population mean. What is the population mean formula? Capital Yn bar is equal to 1 by capital N summation I running from 1 to capital N yi. Simply this is the formula for population mean, right? Next one is take a sample information. Let small y1 comma y2 and so on yn with a sample of size small n taken from the above population, right? Taken from the above population. అంటే అక్కడ మనం పైన ఉన్న పాపులేషన్ నుంచి తీసుకున్న శాంపుల్ బై యూజింగ్ ఏ కండిషన్ ప్రకారం తీసుకున్న శాంపుల్ మన థియరం ప్రకారం బై యూజింగ్ సింపుల్ ర్యాండమ్ శాంప్లింగ్ వితౌట్ రీప్లేస్మెంట్. ఓకే, సింపుల్ వితౌట్ రీప్లేస్మెంట్ ప్రకారం మనం ఆ పాపులేషన్ శాంపుల్ తీసుకున్నాం. దాన్ శాంపుల్ మీన్, ఓకే, డబ్ల్యూ కమ then sample mean. So there are two formulas is there. I am taking second formula. So sample mean yn bar is equal to, what is the formula? 1 by small n summation I running from 1 to capital N A into capital YI. Notation is important, and right, clearly observe that small letters and capitals. It's very important. 1 by small and I running 1 to capital N, A into capital YI. It's very important. Right? So now here where A is equal to write the clearly. So where AI is equal to, what is that? A take two values, 1 and 0. What is the one? Ith unity is included in the sample. Ith unity is included in the sample. Ith unity is included in the sample. 1 and 0. Ith unity is not included in the sample. Ith unity is not included in the sample. Not included in the sample. Right? So now we have to prove that. Now we have to prove that. Now we have to prove that. Now we have to prove that expectation of expectation of small yn bar is equal to capital Yn bar. Now I'm taking first of all LHS, right, left hand side, taking LHS side. LHS, what is that? Expectation of Yn bar, right? What is the Yn bar formula? Expectation of what is Yn bar? So very simple formula, 1 by small n summation I running from 1 to n ai into yi. That is the formula, the Yn bar formula, sample mean formula, right? Next one is that is equal to apply the expectation. So expectation the bracket, so 1 by n, very simple, summation I running from 1 to n. So here observe that expectation of a into yi. In this case we have to observe that ఇక్కడ మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేసిన పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే ఏకి ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ తీసుకున్నాం వైకి తీసుకోలేదు. చాలా డౌన్లో ఏంటంటే కాన్స్టెంట్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఉండదు. ఇది వెరీ క్లియర్. అందుకే 1 by n మనం సమ్మేషన్ బయట రాసేసాం. వచ్చేసరికి వేరియబుల్కి ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ తీసుకుంటాం, కానీ ఇక్కడ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు వైకి దీన్ని తీసుకొని ఏకి ఏం తీసుకున్నామంటే ఏ ఈజ్ ఏ వేరియబుల్. ఓకే, సో ఏ కెన్ టేక్ టూ వాల్యూస్ 1 and 0. సో ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఏ టు వై ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ కాన్స్టెంట్. సో ఏ పక్కన పెట్టాను అక్కడ నేను. సో ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఏ. So now we have to calculate, first of all discuss the expectation of a. Now calculate or now we have to discuss that now expectation of a. What is the expectation of a value, right? So observe that expectation of xi. There you go. Okay, expectation of xi formula. What is the expectation of x formula? Expectation of x is equal to, very simple, x into p of x formula. Okay, this is the I in this case, summation I running from 1 to n xi into p of xi. This is the expectation formula. Okay, general formula. Apply this formula in this case. Expectation of a is equal to summation I is equal to, what are the two values? Two values. I is equal to 0 to 1 only. Okay, so ai into p of a, right? A into p of a, it is very simple. That is equal to, apply the summation, so a1 into p of a1 plus after the 0 next 0 a0 into p of a0, right? So a1 means 1 means ith unit included in the sample. Okay, that is called 1. Next, a0 means ith unit is not included in the sample. ఒకవేళ మనకి శాంపుల్ ఇంక్లూడ్ అయితే, ఒకవేళ మనకి శాంపుల్లో యూనిట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ అయి ఉంటే ఆ యూనిట్ను మనం శాంపుల్ తీస్తే, ఓకే, పాపులేషన్ శాంపుల్ తీసాను అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేయవలసింది ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి n పాపులేషన్ యూనిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. టేక్ ఏ శాంపుల్ టు ది స్మాల్ n. ఓకే, ith యూనిట్ ఇందులో ఉంటే ప్రాబిలిటీ ఎంత అవుతుంది మనకి ఎంత అవుతుంది మనకి n by capital N. ఓకే, so a1 value generally can take 1 including the sample. What is the probability value? N by capital N. Plus a0 means then the value 0 and p of 0 is not included in the sample. ఇది రావడానికి ప్రాబిలిటీ అంటే రావడం ప్రాబిలిటీ, రాకపోవడానికి అంటే ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ 1 minus n by n. It's very clear, 1 minus n by n. Okay, so on simplification, the answer is n by capital N. Therefore, expectation of ai is equal to what is that? N by capital N. Very simple. Now substitute the expectation a into above equation. Therefore, expectation of small yn bar is equal to what is that? 1 by n summation I running from 1 to capital N. Expectation of a means n by capital N into yi, right? So n cancel, right? N cancel, and next one is 1 by capital N simplification, 1 by capital N summation I running from 1 to capital N yi. What is the formula? This is population mean formula, that is capital Yn bar. Therefore, expectation of small yn bar is equal to what is that? Capital Yn bar. So, in simple random sampling without replacement, the sample mean is unbiased estimator for population. This is the theorem proof. Okay, so this is the most very important theorem in your semester examinations. Okay, so please watch and again, right? Next one important note of this chapter. So note, this note is very important. ఇక్కడ మనం నోట్ దగ్గర నేర్చుకున్న విషయాన్ని మనం థియరమ్స్ అప్లై చేస్తాం మనం. సో నోట్ ఇక్కడ విషయాన్ని మీరు మర్చిపోవద్దు. సో నోట్ మీద ఏ విషయం ఏంటంటే, జనరల్గా మనం తీసుకునే ఫార్ములా ఏంటంటే ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ వైఎన్ బార్ ఇజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు క్యాపిటల్ వైఎన్ బార్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ వే. Now apply the formulas. Expectation of yn bar, what is the yn bar formula? 1 by small n summation I running I is equal to 1 to n yi, right formula. Next, capital yn bar is equal to, what is the formula? 1 by capital N summation I running from 1 to capital N yi. Right, so apply the expectation. What is that? 1 by small n, so expectation of summation I running from 1 to n, sorry, 1 to small n, 1 to small n yi is equal to what is that? 1 by capital N summation I running from 1 to n yi. Now finally summation I running from 1 to n yi is equal to n is equal to n by capital N summation I running from 1 to capital N yi. Okay, so that ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే మనకి ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ సమ్మేషన్ I running from 1 to n yi is equal to, okay, so what is that? N by n, small n by capital N into summation I running from 1 to n yi. Okay, this is the important concept. Okay, ఇది మనం ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ మనం నెక్స్ట్ థియరమ్స్లోకి యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, that expectation summation yi is equal to n by n into summation running 1 to n capital y అని రాస్తాను. అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ నోట్ ఇది. ఇది కాన్సెప్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ వీడియో ది మోస్ట్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థియరం, ద వేరియన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది శాంపుల్ మీన్ in simple random sampling without replacement is n minus n by n dash square. That is question is most very important in your semester examination. Next video we discuss that. Okay, thank you to all. So have a nice day.